All right, so getting hips here, and she's resting on her right leg, so we're seeing that side of the hips lift. And then as that lifts up here, we see her other side drop. And what are we seeing? We're seeing a little bit more of this side, I would say. So in terms of finding this perspective here, I'm kind of adjusting my box as I go along. But we're seeing this tilt back like this. Maybe getting rib cage through here. So it's cutting in, we're seeing dimple, dimple to the sacrum. Let's get formed for legs here. And overall, I guess they're all both kind of going in the same direction. Let's see, so on this leg, we're actually seeing a slight inside plane here, and we're seeing more this side of this leg here. So I'm trying to establish, which planes of the legs I'm actually seeing. And so from up here, we'd basically be getting from those dimples, those are the dividing line. Gluteus maximus pulling out. And this actually wraps around. This is kind of more of a side muscle. But as a form, we're seeing it pinch here. Gluteus medius on top. So some people say like the hips are kind of like inverted butterfly here. But this is wrapping around the leg here. And then we're seeing front of the knee. So in the back here, what we're going to get is this volume, this kind of group of muscles here underneath. And then this is going to split up. So on the inside, this inner side to it goes into this bulge here. And on the outside, this pulls into this tendon here. And then in between that, we get the gastrocnemius. You guys know what gastrocnemius means?
Gassy?
No. It's the frog's belly.
That's even weirder.
Because it kind of looks like a frog's belly. Anyway. And then on the inside, we'd basically just be seeing these adductors here. So sitting on the back are these forms here. And sitting on the inside are the adductors here. And this is the same, this bump here is the same group that's twisting in underneath your knee in the front. So your sartorius will be coming in from behind here secretly and then getting together with his other buddies down here. But the main thing is getting this larger group in the back and this wedge here. And on this leg here, from the outside, we're getting this turning over. And so we can see as her leg lifts out, we get this kind of dimple here. So that's basically where the great trochanter is. So this will pull out, wrapping to the outside of the leg here. And out here, we're actually seeing, this would be kind of that fat pad on the outside here. And then the rest of this would be the vastus lateralis. But more or less, this all kind of groups into one slug on the outside. And then the front, we're seeing the front edge to the knee here. So I'm making a point to show that this is sitting on the outer plane. And then on the back here, pulling in, we get this group again. And this splits off into two. We have this tendon here on the outside, and then on the inside, it's going down to that group of stuff. And then wedging in between, we have the frog's belly, gastric venus. And then this here, we're getting, that bump is going to be the bottom corner of the tibia here. So a lot of times as this cuts across, I'll kind of put more of an angle to it to help it kind of describe more of this kind of back plane here. Does that kind of make sense, you guys? You guys have questions? If you want, we can start to throw in some tone to help give these like more volume here. But can you kind of see the forms that I'm drawing here?
Yes.
Cool.
All
All right. Were you gonna?
Didn't you say that tendon that starts from the hip and then swoops down and around and behind here? Or was it like coming from behind?
Oh, that's
going
from
out
the
front?
opposite. That's from the front. So if we're seeing, you can take a break, Catherine. Thanks. If we're seeing this leg from the inside here, we're going to get the sartorius cutting down. There's a, if this is the ischium, there's going to be the gracilis and the adductor magnus. And all these forms basically, and then this back muscle here, these all get together into a bundle underneath the knee here. So that's what we're seeing here. This would be the inside of the leg, and then we get that tendon and then that calf. So your the tibia is in here like this, and this is the tibial nose. And then your femur would be in here like this. This patella is not in the right place. This would be out here. So the same group here is what we'd be seeing. Let's draw a leg like this actually. So, same angle. So we have your leg here. We're going to be getting bowl of the pelvis. The sartorius will start up here and wrap down. This is your tibia, and then your femur here. Tibial nose steps down. And so the sartorius, this group wraps down and tucks down in the front. So it's kind of crazy because there's so much stuff going on. But this group is in here like this. And it's, this bump here is the same bump here that all these muscles get together in. And that's what we're seeing here. So they're actually twisting from behind to the front of the leg. And then on the top here, we get rectus femoris here. On the inside, we get vastus medialis here. On the outside, we get vastus lateralis. And yeah, guys, these quadriceps here, they basically pull into a big tendon that attaches to your patella here. And those are the muscles that are responsible for extending your leg out. So as they pull, it swings your lower leg out. So if we saw that from a side view, you have your femur and your tibia. All these muscles here, your quadriceps, they pull on your patella here, which pulls on this tendon. So when they pull this way, that's what extends your leg out. Does that kind of make sense?
Nah, you lost me with all that shit.
Oh, darn. So think of it like a pulley.
Pulley.
If this is your femur here, this is your tibia. Yep. So these are what pulls a pulley. So here's your hand pulling this rope, which goes around and attaches to your patella here, your kneecap. So when you pull on this rope, what's going to happen
Oh.
to the tibia? It's going to swing up.
You got it. Oh, boy.
Does that make sense?
That's gross.
So all these muscles here pull on this big tendon that attaches to your patella.
So that's why that whole inner part looks like it's a little fatter, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Because now it kind of looks like the lower half of the leg is just like starting out like in the middle, while another half is just hanging in midair. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, so this piece is, like this lower piece is attaching to the bone here. And then we have the sartorius cutting around. And then you're going to see another form in here, the gracilis, which is this one in here. So these all kind of get together with this. And then on the inside here, this is where the adductors sit. So there's kind of the division of those two groups. And then in the back, we're going to see vastus or semitendinosus back here. And so this goes again to this piece here. So super complicated.
Obviously.
The body be convoluted.
Like an alien.
And then on the outside here, we'd see that the adductor group. And so these two are what create that gap, that three-finger gap here. So this would be the superior anterior spine of the iliac crest. Wow. But as simple forms, we're going to be seeing it like this. And there's other stuff going on down here. Don't worry about that.
So how you doing? Get a bamboozle.
A story for another day. Then you have your patella on top. Does that clarify things a little bit?
Yeah.
It's just the cementing it in our noggins that's the difficult part.
Yeah, I can Xerox this one for you guys. If you guys want to take pictures, I'll go make some Xeroxes. Let's see, what time is it?
Oh.
9:30.
Let's do
9:30.
1:10 to finish off the night.
1:10.
1:10. This is your last chance to do the best drawing you've ever done before in your life.
Are you gonna do both pages, Kurt, or just the?
Huh?
Are you just gonna?
Yeah, I'll grab all of